If you're getting married and you want to know how long it's going to take to get ready for your wedding, in this podcast, I'm going to show you how this 165-pound woman at 36% body fat can get to 130 pounds, 19% body fat. Looks similar to what this girl looks like. This is a computer-generated AI image, but we can make that happen. But today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. We're going to run the numbers on my fat loss reality calculator. But before we get into that, I just want to give you some stats. It's amazing that the average engagement for people getting married is 15 months, yet they spend exactly 0 months planning the transformation. Hey, I want to get in the best shape of my life. They always do. Women, men, both. They would typically want to lose weight. The average woman wants to lose about 20 pounds. And most people don't get it done. Most women do not even come close to it. 62% of the people who get married want to lose weight, and only 18% reach their goal. So I want you to be one of the 18%. Actually, I want to raise that. I want to raise the bar a little bit, get you up to 25, 30%. But I'm going to show you how to get this. We're going to go right now to the fat loss reality calculator. And we're going to run the numbers. Okay. Most people don't have a fat loss problem. They have a reality problem. You don't need another diet. You need to get honest about where you actually are. On this fat loss reality calculator, you choose your sex, you're male or you're female. So we're going to go female. Now you look at the female body fat chart. Look at the women here and have an honest conversation with yourself. If you can't have an honest conversation with yourself on what you actually look like, ask a child. They will tell you the truth. So for this particular live, I'm going to go 34 to 39% body fat. I said she weighed 165 pounds and she wants to be 130 pounds. You make sure that's what I said. 165. Yes. Said that 165 pounds and she's going to get down to 130 pounds. How long is it going to take? Okay. Both outcomes are shown below. I've got the typical diet and the strange sculpting plan. I clicked the strange sculpting plan because I want to do it the best. I want to maintain muscle mass. Most diets, you lose about 30% muscle mass. Muscle is the organ tissue of longevity. It's also your metabolism. Your metabolism is directly tied to the muscle mass you have in your body. Muscle is your friend. If you want to be small and tiny and you want to have a body that's got curves like a European sports car, you want more muscle, women. So I would say maintain the muscle, build the muscle, do the strange sculpting plan. But now you choose your pace. Pick the pace that actually resembles the amount of execution and discipline you're actually willing to do. So your pace reflects discipline, not your wishes. Most people wish, they want to get it done in 12 weeks. Well, it's not going to happen in 12 weeks. Unrealistic. So you got to be, and if it does happen in 12 weeks, you're running like a marathon a day. So, and then also you're working out the weights and you're eating one cracker every 3 days. So let's be realistic, okay, on what your commitment level is. I would say no matter which one of these pick, you cannot eliminate discipline. Conservative is what I choose for everybody. I wouldn't even choose recommended. Conservative at first, because this is going to tell you what it takes if you're just disciplined and you do like 98% adherence. Okay, now we're going to calculate projection. Here's what the project assumes. The project only works if you execute. You miss consistently and the timeline breaks. Okay, the typical dieting. I contrast the strange sculpting plan with the typical dieting. But hey, I'm giving you both options. If you do typical diet, you lose muscle mass. We said we don't want to. But smaller, softer, and frustrated is whenever you do it yourself or you don't know what you're doing. At the projected goal at the end, you go from 36% body fat to 23 to 25% body fat. It takes you an estimated time of 32 to 40 weeks, and you lose 6 pounds of muscle, 5.9. But we're counting. We're saying 6. The strange sculpting plan, leaner, harder, more structured. Hard is a good thing. Hard under a little bit of fat, and you look great. You smoothed out. At 18 to 22% body fat at the end of the plan, your projected timeline is 35 to 43 weeks. I'm honest. Look, I even say it takes longer. It takes longer my way than it does typical dieting. Why? Because you hold on to muscle mass. 6 pounds of muscle, you lose 6 pounds of muscle on the normal diet. You gain 0.3 on the strength sculpting plan. How long is it going to take? This is why you're here. It's going to take 35 to 43 weeks. That's how long it's going to take. How did I come up with that? You ask. Scroll down here. Gives you all the details. It tells you the week range. Tells you how much fat mass you're going to lose that week. So this person, the first week, the rate used, the percentage rate used of fat loss is 0.075. It's not even 1% of their body weight every week. It's 0.0075% of this person's body weight they're going to lose every week. So at 165 pounds the first week, they lose 1.2 pounds. Now, this is what's confusing to most people. Most people are very they get very concerned about the scale. The scale doesn't tell you everything. In fact, here I've got this. I want you to read over this. Expect scale volatility. If you carry a lot of body fat, the first 1-2 weeks may show a sharp drop in the scale from water, glycogen depletion, inflammation reduction, sodium changes, and reduced food volume. That early drop is not pure fat loss. So if you lose 10 pounds the first week, I said 1.2, 8 pounds of it is water. Glycogen depletion, inflammation reduction, sodium changes, and reduced food volume. That's what it is. You didn't lose 9 pounds of fat. You lost 8.8. But the bottom line is you look at that scale and now you think I lost 10 pounds. And then over the next 6 weeks, your body catches up to it and you don't lose weight on the scale. And you think, I'm not losing weight. No, you are. The early drop is not pure fat loss. Weeks later may look drastically slower. In fact, I despise it whenever someone loses a lot of weight at the very beginning immediately because they get so excited. They say, oh my God, Don, this works so well. And then I say, okay, don't get too excited about the highs and too depressed about the lows. Weight loss is not linear. It's not straight up and straight down. It's like, it goes like this. You see that right there? It's just a slanted line, up and down, up and down, up and down. And so this particular person, they go 165 the first week, 158 after week 1. And then they'd be 162 the next week. And they say, oh my gosh, I gained weight. I gained fat. No, you didn't. You gained water weight back. So don't get too excited about the lows and too depressed about the highs. As long as the highs keep getting lower and the lows keep getting lower, you're doing okay. So take a deep breath. Most people don't. Most people freak out. But it gives you the rate used and how I know this is so accurate. As you see, the longer you do the plan, that calculated rate of body fat percentage goes down. It goes from 75 to 65 by week 7, 65.0065%, not even 1% of your body weight per week, down to 0.0051. So 0.5% a week they would lose. So not even losing a pound a week on the scale. They're losing 0.7 pounds. 0.7 pounds. And then, now, so to answer your question, how long does it take to go from 165 to 36% body fat to 130 to 19% body fat? It takes 35 to 43 weeks. Now, that is conservative. Now, let's go aggressive. This is the fastest way. These are the unicorns. These are the people who, they're nuts. They're the people you say they're too crazy. I can't do that. They're the David Goggins of the world. They'll run ultra marathon and not drink any water for 2 weeks. Not only eat, wild boar meat that they kill themselves. If that's not you, then aggressive is not the way. But we're going to show you how quickly we can do this if we really knuckle down and do whatever it takes. So typical dieting, 22 to 4, or 23% to 25% body fat. It's going to take 24 to 30 weeks. You lose 6 pounds of muscle mass. My strength sculpting plan, you look way better. You look way, way better. A projected goal 17.9 to 19.9%. Body fat 20 takes you 26 to 32 weeks. And you gain 0.6 pounds of muscle, almost 1 pound of muscle you'll gain. But let's go down here. The rate used at the beginning is 1%, 1.01%. You lose 1.7 pounds the first week. That doesn't seem like a lot, right? Everybody says 2 pounds a week. If you lost 2 pounds a week, you get there really quick. That's not reality. That's the reason why I call this a fat loss reality calculator. I'm not telling you guys a bunch of nonsense. I'm giving you real numbers, not trying to sell you false hope, because false hope has crushed way more dreams than consistency. My pastor says consistency is the key to breakthrough. If you eat too many Twinkies, you get a breakthrough in your pants, right? Button pops off your pants and you poke somebody right in the eye. But if you're consistent eating the right foods, you lose body fat, you build muscle mass. But as you see, the rate even at the end is 0.7%, 0.69%. So it's a very aggressive fat loss. You don't think it is because you're conditioned, I'll lose 2 pounds a week. If I'm not losing 2 pounds a week, it's not working. No, that's the reason why you failed in the past. Expectations minus reality is conflict, even if it's conflict between the 2 ears. So there you go. There it is. That's a fat loss reality calculator. I'm going to show you some more cool things. Make sure you put your email address in there. Email it to you. It's right up here. Email you the results. That way you have it. That way you can pin it on the refrigerator. But most people spend way too much time. 15-month engagement. That's what it is. And they spend a lot of money and a lot of time picking out the dress, but not a lot of time figuring out how they're going to transform their body, even though they want to lose about 20 pounds of fat. So if that's you, if you know a bride, send them to this. So watch this. And actually, you can calculate yourself. It's a free resource. Go to my Strange Sculpting. Actually, the show notes below and click on the Fat Loss Reality Calculator on the show notes below on YouTube or Facebook. You can go right here and you can do this yourself. Run your own numbers, but be honest with yourself. Okay. Then I've got some free resources for you. Go down to the bottom, click on Fix Your Nutrition for Free. Click on the link, says the No Guesswork Fat Loss System. It's a free guide. Make sure you get this. It's free. It tells you exactly what to eat, how to run how to hit your numbers without confusion. Simple macros actually work. Stop gaining weight back. It's a very simple system. A lot of educated idiots have made things way harder than they need to be. It's not hard to get in shape. You just got to be consistent with a plan that actually works and then not expect super fast results. It doesn't happen overnight. And that's the reason why most people fail. But if you're interested in training, I do something called the 40-Day Fix Intensive. Even if you're not interested in it, if you want to contact me, this would be a good way to do it. You start the 40-Day Fix Intensive. What is it? You work one-on-one with me, at least. Well, I don't train you. I don't do that one-on-one anymore, but I do talk to you. I call you on the phone. I talk to you, hold you accountable to make sure you look great on your wedding day. And the 40-Day Fix Intensive, it's hard, but it's discipline. But if you're hard on yourself, like Zig Ziglar says, life is infinitely easier on you. And so it's actually going to teach you the baseline, the fundamental principles behind fat loss. And you'll start with a foundation you can build on. Most people don't start on the foundation they can build on. So they do keto. Once they add carbs back in, they gain all the weight back. There's a way to do this where you eliminate some foods for a little way and you focus on the first principles. You build the foundation. Then you can add on top of the right foundation. You can't add on top of a energy-based macronutrient system and expect not to gain weight. And I know you probably don't understand that, but I do. But start the 40-Day Fix Intensive. Click on that and you can fill out the forms. I'll contact you. If you're not a candidate for the 40-Day Fix Intensive, say, Don, I don't want to go that extreme. That's fine. You click that. And then I still do training for people who don't want to go that discipline because it's a tough program. But I love whenever people do it because it's drastic results as fast as you possibly can, as fast as I can possibly get them to you. That's it. Also, make sure you listen to the Strange Sculpting podcast. You can click there. And I think that's it. I think that's good. So we told you how long it's going to take. I said, let's run the numbers one more time. Leave you with that. Let's go aggressive, calculate aggressive. The fastest you can do it, 34. Is that right? Yep, 34 to 42 weeks, the fastest you can do it. So if you start today, March the 7th, you get your goal. If you liked it, share, subscribe, send it to somebody who needs this. Somebody who's getting married to say, hey, Rachel, you need to drop a few pounds. Tell them that. That may hurt their feelings, but hey, at least they get in good shape, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.